Greetings, traveler. Come warm yourself by the fire and let us regale you with mighty tales, tales of adventure, tales of heroism, tales of Tamriel. I am your host, Aggelos, founder of the Dungeon Crawler Network and Tales of Tamriel, and we are back in-game for another amazing episode. 151, actually, which is a lot. We've been around for quite a while, and we're still going strong because that is what we do. We are in-game this week, but I am joined once again by the one, the only, the guy who's almost as good as my Sexplar, but not quite there yet, Arkhaniir.
Hello. I would have taken on that taunt, but my throat is barely hanging on, so I won't.
You've got the podcaster disease, the falling apart throat. I understand. I've been there. I've done that. Yeah, that sucks, man. I know you said you went to the doctor. You got an infection or something.
Yeah, apparently it's an infection, which is good that I went to the doctors, because otherwise I probably would have lost voice, and we wouldn't want that.
No. We definitely wouldn't, because once again, I am just filler for the show, and Arkhaniir is the one with the sexy voice, according to Liz. So
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not unless it's like that Family Guy episode where Peter gets sick and Lois is all like, that sexy, deep, sick voice of yours. And I don't know.
Oh, that I would accept. That I would accept.
That I would accept. That Giggle who managed not to talk during the song, even though I'm sure she wanted to.
I did. I was going to sing that, actually.
You were?
But no one wants to hear that.
Wait, with the amazing Aussie accent? Like, no?
Bad.
No, I like it. I mean, I'm a fan. I like Aussie accents. It's all good. Unless do you actually have a southern version of a dialect? Like, in America, we all kind of have the same, well, I think we all have the same dialect, but it's actually a little different. Northern dialect's a little different, but the one that's most known is that southern twang, like we got it, which, is often,
you have lots of regional accents.
We do. We have a lot, but a lot
Australia has...
Go ahead.
Sorry, keep going.
No, go ahead.
Australia has two accents, country and city.
Right. And yeah, regional ones come because obviously with the U.S. so much being immigrants, a lot of people took their native accents and, that they would have had from their country of origin, and then it became, Americanized. So now you have all these multiple regional. So it's kind of weird just to say, we have quote unquote city and quote unquote, country, but those are probably the most acknowledged, Yeah, I got you.
We have two. Mine is probably a mixture of both, because I grew up in the country, but I live in a city now. But I don't have the really bogan accent.
Bogan.
Well, I hope not. I don't.
If it makes you feel better, I wouldn't know anyway. So. Hello, chat room. Thank you so much for showing up. We really appreciate it. Hopefully the audio levels are good. I updated OBS, and now it's throwing me all these weird errors going, hey, you should look at your audio levels. But my audio levels, according to my computer software, say it's okay. So if there's any issues, please let me know in chat, and I will be happy to take a look at those. Hopefully not quite during the show, but maybe if it's bad enough. It's all good. I actually don't think it's bad. I think OBS now just has more filters and they're showing more things. So I think the levels would have probably appeared this way anyway. It just now it actually appears. So it
that
is
might
what
be
it
the
is.
case, which is why I don't update OBS.
I don't want to be surprised when things come in. Yeah. Scooter says it sounds good. Awesome. Great. All right, so obviously Tales of Tamriel is where we talk about what we've done in-game, and then we go over a little bit of news as well as in-game reading that I've been doing recently, which is more or less me preaching. I'm really practicing my Southern Baptist, so I can get my Southern Baptist preacher voice in there when I'm doing the 36 Lessons of Vivec, but I haven't quite mastered that yet, so we kind of keep it where it's at. But I think it'd be kind of fun to do an episode in the Southern Baptist preacher voice. I'm just gonna have to sit there and watch some of those TV evangelists and see what I can glean from that at some point.
That would be funny. If you could do that, I will be laughing the whole way through.
I do practice with the Futurama episode with the robots when they're what are they, robosexuals, and he gets sent to one of those. What are they? They're one of the camps that are supposed to change you, so they send Bender there, and there's the Southern preacher robot. Yeah. Cuddle with your demons. Cuddle till the sin explodes at ya. Yeah, sorry. That was fun. Anyway, all right. We're going to go ahead and hop right into our tales before I really start offending people. But, yeah.
Can I squeeze in a shout-out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ophelia Noir is in chat, and she streams a lot of Elder Scrolls Online along with other games, and she knows her lore. It might be as much as you, Ag.
Oh, we're going to have a lore off.
Yeah. So if you're interested, go check her out. It's Ag, can you spell that out?
It's OPHELIANOIR.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah, I'll actually even put if you remind me, Ark, I will even put notes in the podcast so people can follow. So that's what I will do. If you don't remind me, I'm not going to remember. I barely remember to show up for the show. All right, so let's go ahead and just jump into our tales. And Robot, a.k.a. the Blood-Eye herself, let's go ahead and hear what you've been doing in Tamriel.
Okay, it's been a few weeks, so I've done a lot because I finally stopped PvPing. Hooray, I was kind of over that. Questing-wise, I finished Oridon, and I'm probably about a third of the way through Grotwood, or Greatwood, as one of my friends calls it.
Greatwood?
I don't think it's Greatwood, but anyway, he does, so...
Nothing in Dominion is great. So.
Yeah, I know. All of this seems false to me.
Anyway, I need to finish my gold content, which is why I'm there.
Okay.
I've been doing lots of pledges to get keys for the new dungeons coming out. I want to try that healing set, as I said last week. A couple of weeks ago in the guild, we tried Halls of Fabrication for the second time. We got to the final boss. It was really good, so I was very excited about that. So that's a really good dungeon. So loving Halls of Fabrication. And in my You're a Bit of an Idiot stories for the week, I found some pugs and some random folk in Craglorn to finally finish all of the world bosses. So got that done. Then I started doing questing in Craglorn, and now my quest is to do all of the world bosses.
You mean you can't solo the Craglorn world bosses?
Some of them, the ones where you've got to keep the person alive, you can't.
Oh, yes, you can.
Well, I can't.
I'm going to do it right now, actually.
I'll come with you because I need to do it. Once I finish talking, I will come and find you. Or group me up. Because, I need to do those again. Anyway. What else? I've been buying lots of things in the Crown store. Yesterday, I bought the new purple skin, which I love. So 2 of my toons are now wearing that.
The ebony epidermis, I think that's what it's called, right? Actually, I'm
the purple skin is what I'm calling it.
Okay, it is the ebony epidermis, and as of the recording of this show, it has 2 days left, so it'll probably be gone by Monday. So I'll have this show probably out tomorrow morning. So if you listen to this on Sunday, you've got like 12 hours to pick it up if it's something you want. It is currently on there, and it is 1,200 crowns.
It's really good. I like it.
Here, actually, I'll even preview it on the stream while I have my character here.
My Breton
I don't want to purchase it.
warden looks like a grayscale guy from Game of Thrones, but purple.
I look creepy.
Mine looks like a White Walker.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of White Walker except purple, because, that's gross. That's a gross way to live.
Do you have an Argonian? It looks really good on Argonian.
You know I don't have a pair of leather boots. My goodness.
And that's pretty much it, I think.
All right. Now, you said you were sick of PvP. It's actually kind of funny you said that, because that PvP weekend actually got me like super hyped for PvP to the point where I actually want to do it, and I've been building a set for it, which I'll talk about in my tales. But I find it funny that you were like, I'm done with it, and I'm like, I kind of want to keep going.
It's all right in short bursts, but sadly, there's a lot of idiots.
Oh,
Well,
how so?
So
Well, no, as he says, how so? Like, elaborate for us. You don't have to give names. You don't have to call them out, Arkhaniir.
Oh, wow.
No. Just I'm really curious what kind of things you're experiencing that you feel.
it's just the people abusing people. The teabagging, like, grow up, people. You're not in high school anymore. Just that sort of stuff.
Gus Rugg in chat, Reverend Preacher Bot for the win. That's right. I'm glad someone else knows what I'm doing. Oh man. All right.
I mean, I do slash sweep on Ultimers that I kill, but I don't know if that counts as teabagging.
I do push-ups with my crotch right above their head.
God.
That is even worse.
That is bad.
Yeah.
But I guess, we are the kids that Robot just said.
Yeah, we are the people who cause problems. It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't resist when I see a dead Altimer on the ground. It's just...
It feels...
It wakes something up inside me.
It's the right thing to do. Like, you just feel like, yes, this is what I was meant to do. Like, it's something that needs to happen. And, yeah.
Herbs of life.
Yeah, you got it.
Please group me up, Ag.
Oh, and I'm not even there anymore. I'll whip back around here in a bit. I'll group you up in a second.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go and clear one of them for you then. But I'm grabbing some things for me.
Probably the second thing is it's just the same thing over and over again.
Well...
Oh yeah, that can get a bit boring. Especially if it's an infinite breach fight, which happens on European Vivec. I don't know why.
I find it funny you say it's always the same thing. I mean, the dungeons don't change either, so...
Yeah, good point.
I mean, we do... how many times have we run...
of dungeons as well.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you kind of... No, it's just... It's funny. You say, like, oh, it's always the same thing. But, I mean, in these types of games, it kind of always is, so...
I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's just not my thing.
No, it makes
My
sense.
cup of tea.
I mean, to enjoy PvP in Elder Scrolls Online, I believe you actually have to take joy in killing Daggerfall and Aldmeri Dominion. Or
and I do.
Vice versa, if you are a Daggerfall people or whatnot. I don't know, why would you be, but...
I don't know. People are stupid.
When you have that joy, like when you have actually in character, like roleplay level joy from having killed a Aldmeri Dominion member, it gets a lot of fun because you always have that adrenaline and enjoyment throughout the time you spend in Cyrodiil.
I'm gonna give some people some hard time. We just lost like 2 people in the stream that we're watching. I bet you they were AD and DC, bunch of losers.
Gonna go and teabag them.
I am, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Just stirring up some animosity. Don't get freaked out.
By the way, do you monitor OBS for follows and stuff? If not, I can do that.
Well, yeah.
Like, I have the stream on the side.
If you have it up and you see it and I don't, go for it. I mean, follows, I don't get notifications. Well, I do, but not sound. Donations, I get sound, so...
I see it on my next screen, so
Scooter's saying, you are not kidding. Well, you know. I love certain AD people and DC people, like Scooter, who apparently is DC. He's okay, but that's pretty much the extent of who is okay in DC. Like, literally.
Amanda? Wait,
Nope.
wait, Amanda.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Amanda Gray's terrible.
Aw.
That's because she plays a Maxor.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the fact that she's, DC. That I could get over. It's the Magsork. I love you, Amanda. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Magsork
DC is
suck.
fine because High King Emeric is a cool dude. I like it. But AD, nope.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that. I mean, you're in the Skull King's not very great, but you know what? They're not the king. I'm the king. That's how it goes.
The grouping didn't work, Ag, by the way.
Well, I invited you.
I know, and I accepted.
But I don't think you did.
Game said no.
Oh. It's probably because you're on like a DC character or something.
No, I'm on AD. No.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I got to check the group now. Hold on. If I see...
I'm on my mag sock.
Hold on. Oh, you are lucky.
I'm on Blood-Eye.
All right.
That was close call.
Wow.
Instant ban.
And Scooter says, at least I'm a Stamsork. At least I can't fall that low. I'm like, that's, yeah, good point. So before Arkhaniir jumps into his thing, Robot, what world boss do you need killed?
All of them.
All of them?
I think so.
Oh, dear heaven. Okay.
Oh, no, it's all the ones on the right-hand side.
All right.
This anomalies.
The anomalies on the right-hand side. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to come out to you. Find me an anomaly and I'll come out to you. All right. So, Arkhaniir, what have you been doing?
So, in ESO, the only thing I pretty much did was today White Gold Tower in Veteran Hard mode for the first time.
Okay.
Which went pretty easy. We did it with the European Guild Drunkenborns, the Ophelia Noir's guild. Actually, the healer Kim is in chat as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went pretty nice. Planetary Inhibitor is a bit of a problem because I didn't know what to do and I just kept dying until I figured that out. But yeah, I think it took us like 4 or 5 tries and it went pretty good. So there's that.
Nice.
And that was it about my... Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the planar inhibitor is always the problem in that. Even before the nerf, that was, that was where you lived and died. Like, that was always the problem. So, it makes sense,
By the way, Hero Lives in chat says, if you are going after world bosses, mind if I join you?
I tossed an invite. There you go, Hero. Accept the group.
I mean, yeah, the main problem was that I was getting hit by like 250k, and I was like, okay, there is no way that can tank that. But then I went ahead and went full tank with all of the damage shields that are available at the disposal of Dragon Knights, as well as all of the heals, including Vigor and the green dragon blood thing,
right.
etc. And eventually I survived.
But I was gonna say, they're calling you out. You can't take 260k of damage. Yeah, I'm like, you don't even need a tank on that fight. Like, that's not what you would be tanking on that fight. It's whoever touches the planar inhibitor post or whatever gets the aggro, and they just run away.
No, I will do it.
Okay.
I am a tank. I will do it. I'm not like you. I'm not like your Sexplar who lets his squishies take the damage.
Well, you can't avoid it in this one, regardless.
I don't care. I'm a tank. I'll tank it like a champ.
All right, if you say
so.
Right,
because you took some of the debuff. Apparently, one of our DPS took some of the debuff, but I'm going to completely disregard that and act like I took all the damage and tanked all of the 260k damage.
Oh, you did it all. I see. All right.
Of course I did it all. What's GT?
I don't think that's the case, but that's okay. I mean, hey, whatever. Whatever works for you, man, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, no.
What?
Where I put my ultimate.
Aww. Man, it's like, have you played a Sork before? I don't know. Anyway, all right. So, what else have you been doing? You've not been doing any Legends arc?
No, not really.
Really?
Like, I've played every now and then, like a game or two, but nothing significant happened.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right.
What I did, in terms of Tales, it's not from Elder Scrolls Online. It's from Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Now,
awesome.
I finally got convinced that I should sit down and play this game.
Right.
Because you keep bragging about it, Ophelia keeps bragging about it,
it's
and
awesome.
you all talk about the lore from Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and I don't get any of it.
Okay.
And I got sick of it. So I thought, okay, it's time. Now, I knew that this game would be hard because it's from 2002, before the games went casual and convenient,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it would be this frustrating. No, it's fun. It's fun. But it is... I play the game, no worries, but I hate it. I hate the guts of it because I want to punch the game. If I could see the code, I would punch it.
Wow. Wow.
So, here starts the tale.
Okay.
I create a character, get into Seydanin, and there's this Imperial dude. Says, like, if you want to generate class, answer some question. I think the questions will be stuff like, do you favor strength or intelligence? No. It says, okay, your father tells you to go fish. And then what do you do? All these ridiculous, weird stuff. For half an hour. Like, I answered random questions for half an hour. That was the first weird thing.
Okay.
Then I thought, okay, this is an old game, like, no worries, it can happen. I went through the tutorial and stuff like that. Then I get my first quest, which is go to Balmora, find this Caius someone, and give him this report.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I mean, I know where Balmora is from Vardenfell in Morrowind, so I take a direction and start moving. And then suddenly there's a scream, and the guy falls from the sky. You don't see that in other Elder Scrolls. I mean, like, random mages don't drop from the sky.
Did you pick up the book and everything that was around him? Okay.
Okay. I mean, the loot was great. Like, the stuff sold for good gold, and apparently that's a hard thing to get in Morrowind.
It is.
Either.
Yeah.
Anyway, I move on to my way. I fight some mud crabs and stuff like that, which is obviously hard because you can't hit them due to that RNG stuff.
Yeah.
And I decided to go with the vanilla and didn't install the mod you said always hit because I wanted to do it the original way, which was a regretful decision.
It's admirable.
Anyway, yeah, I found this like cave dungeon, cave entrance. And I went in, and there's a bandit. I think, okay, I'll probably die, but why not? And I actually died. And there's no save. There's no save. There is no autosave.
Nope.
There is no autosave.
Nope.
And at the 50-minute mark, like an hour into Morrowind, I go to the beginning.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Now, at this point, I'm like, what the hell? Why? Anyway, I figure out there's quick save at least, so I start spamming quick save, go there again.
But it's a manual process. You have to like hit F5 to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then I bypass Balmora and end up on the left side coast, like Bitter Coast or whatever it is. And like I can't make my way back into Balmora because there are some elite and cliff racers that kill me regardless what I do.
Uh-huh.
And since it is Morrowind, not Skyrim, I can't make like spam jump my way over the mountain.
Right, you cannot.
Then that's where I was streaming this whole thing, and that's when Ophelia said, "Okay, have you tried the scrolls that you find from the guy that falls from the sky?" I said, "No, I don't know how to use them." And she explained to me how to use them, and I did.
Okay.
Expecting because it says it adds 1,000 acrobacy,
Uh-huh.
and I'm expecting okay, I'll be a lot faster, right?
Uh-huh.
No.
Uh-huh.
I run the same speed. I'm confused. Why do I run the same speed? Then I press E. I jump into the sea. Open waters. 100 miles from the shore. Anyway, I load a quick save in the bitter. Then it occurs to me that I can use that to get to Bal. I'm an engineer. I can make the calculation.
Yeah.
And I do. First, I fly into Seydanin, which goes not okay because I aim for the sea, but the problem is there are trees in front of me, and they are higher from the ground, so I hit the trees instead of the water behind them. So after a couple of tries, I actually get it right. Then it's a matter of getting the canals, like the river that goes in the middle of Balmora, right? And that takes about 6 tries again. But I make it to Balmora. And starts the next big problem.
Okay.
Which is actually finding something in Morrowind. Because there are no quest markers.
Oh.
Now, I remember you saying things like, it doesn't give you proper directions either. Like
Oh
it
yeah,
says-
no.
So I took that by heart. And I need to find this Caius or whatever guy. I
Yep.
find the corner club, get the directions to that guy. But it says, once you leave the corner club, go uphill and find the bed and basket. Apparently the guy rented a bed and basket. I have no idea what a bed and basket is.
Is it a pub?
It's like a room. It's like
Yeah.
a room.
It's like a bed
One-story
and
building.
breakfast. Yeah, it's a bed and breakfast type thing.
Doesn't have anything to do. Doesn't have anything to do with a basket. But the thing I imagine in my mind is I'm expecting something like an Argonian hut because it's a basket. So I go up the hill, back in the town, up the hill, back in the town, looking for something that looks like a basket. Then I read the next sentence. It says, go up the stairs, turn left, and you'll see it. And I do it after an hour of trying to find this guy. And I actually do. And the guy turns out to be a half-naked Imperial.
Yep. Oh, if you look under his bed, he's addicted to skooma too. Just so you know.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, look under his bed. You see like a little hookah and everything under there. He's
I think I'm done.
Ooh, cool. All right.
I think that was what I needed to do.
All right. Well
Yeah,
then.
at that point, I was pretty much done as well.
Just wait till you get one of the main quest lines with the Dwemer puzzle cube.
Oh, it's not over.
oh
I
my
got
God.
there. I got it. It's not over.
Oh yeah.
The suffering didn't end there, obviously. Now, this entire thing took like 3 hours.
Okay.
Doing the first ever quest, getting the thing, the finding Caius, took about 3 hours. Okay. So the first thing this guy tells me, half-naked, creepy old Imperial muscular guy, tells me,
Don't
yeah, I
forget
pretty
skooma
much
addict.
own you now, but yeah, I pretty much own you now, and you can sleep in my bed.
Yeah, more or less. Yes, he
No.
does. Yes, he does say this.
I'm not going to. So I
Why?
ran out of there.
Hey, sometimes you need a place to sleep, okay? And the guy was being nice and offered you a place to sleep. You might have had to cuddle, but it's fine, okay? I see Isha in chat. Ah, sweet, sweet Morrowind memories.
Yeah, sweet, sweet trauma.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Anyways, he tells me that I need a cover identity of. Oh, I went to Vivec City. I'll get there. I went to Vivec City, but weren't able to get out of the den.
Made it onto the cantons and couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Okay.
So he tells me I need a cover identity, so go join the guilds and whatnot. So I joined the Mages Guild. Everyone is being edgy, by the way, in entire Vardenfell. Everyone's like, I don't have time. I didn't even tell anything. What the hell? Go mind your own business. But no, so apparently I'm an Outlander, and everyone
Yeah.
must edgy.
Everyone hates you. Like in Morrowind,
Yeah.
if you don't play a Dunmer,
I play a Dunmer, they still hate me.
oh, you're still an Outlander. Yeah, you actually have to earn like a faction with them for them to actually be nice to you.
Yeah. Which is why I joined the Mages Guild, because I'm a bellman.
Okay. All right.
I do, like, I start some quests. This Khajiit asked me to find some mushrooms and stuff like that. And then he asks me to replace a soul gem with a fake soul gem. And I found a bunch of soul gems that sell for like thousands of gold, and obviously I steal all of them. Now I'm economically stable in Morrowind, so that's one good thing.
Okay.
Anyway, I do some quests, and Caius gave me my next quest. Go find this dude in Fighters Guild, and he'll tell you about Nerevarine and the Sixth House. I'm like, okay. And then this guy asks me, find the Dwemer puzzle back. And I go to this Dwemer ruin.
Mm-hmm.
I fight the guy on the bridge, die a few times, try, and eventually kill him. with everything I have.
Can I also throw in here this Dwemer box
Yeah.
quest? Pretty much kept me from completing Morrowind for like 8 years because I could never find the ruin that they kept talking about. So you're doing better than I did.
I found the ruin. If it wasn't for some people in the chat helping me, I probably wouldn't have ever found the box itself.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. So I entered this ruin. Everything looks exactly like each other because it's an old game and there isn't many variety in it.
Yep.
So I go into that dungeon, try that door, go back, try that door. I found the bridge, I don't know how to pass. I spam jump it, and it actually works. And people were like, I never seen anyone go past that bridge without levitation. I'm like, Skyrim, I don't know.
Okay.
Jump until it works. Anyway, eventually, I go, do rounds and circles. I end up at the same place I entered the dungeon and stuff like that. And there's no puzzle box. There's no puzzle box. I think, for a second, and I went through all of the door. I'm sure. There's no bug. Then someone in chat says, count the doors. I'm like, what? Count the doors? Apparently, when you open your map, there are 4 doors available on your map.
Mm-hmm.
But you see 3 doors. What whoever designed this dungeon did was that he placed the gate, the door, the room
Yep.
that has the Dwemer puzzle box that you need to find on the upper level.
Yep.
At the very beginning of the dungeon. So if you just want to do the quest, you don't have to spend an hour or more going in circles and circles in this cursed
Correct.
dungeon.
Yep.
But I did.
With ghost types, by the way, that if you don't have a silver weapon, you can't hurt for the life of you.
Oh no, thankfully there weren't any ghosts.
Oh, you haven't.
I
you
did
had-
occasionally get attacked by a Dark Brotherhood guy due to the DLC I had. But
Okay.
I killed him and he dropped a lot of loot, so I'm fine.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I spent an hour doing circles and circles and circles, and the quest objective is in the entrance of the dungeon. Like, what kind of trolling is that? I never seen any other game that does this. Slaps you in the face with it. Now this is frustrating, but also one of the greatest things I've seen in a game. So I'm not complaining. Well, I'm complaining, but
It's a good complaint, though. You're like,
oh yeah.
I hated it, but then once you finish it, you're like, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Yeah. No, it's Morrowind is uncompromising in its structure. I guess
Yeah.
that's the nicest way of putting it.
I mean, things move very slowly, but
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is. Oh, also about the Vivec. So I'll just go over it quickly because I've been speaking for a long time. I go to Vivec City in hopes of buying some spells because there's this guy that sells spells in Seydanin, but I made him so angry that he isn't selling anything to me anymore. He says, "Get lost! I don't want to do business with you."
Did you
So
get
I went to-
skooma in your bag?
No,
Okay.
I tried persuading him. I tried with admiration, didn't work. Then I tried intimidation, didn't work. Then I tried bribing, didn't work. Taunting, didn't work. So I don't know who that guy was, but he's one grumpy Altmer.
He's got a will of steel. That's what this guy
Oh
has.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I went to Vivec City to buy some spells. Now the Vivec City in Morrowind is different from the Vivec City we have ESO. It has 4 different compounds connected with bridges.
Mhm.
And since the view distance is too low, I can't see the identifying locations like Vivec's temple and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I got lost in this 4 compound. Now some of these compounds don't have a way that go down. Only 2 of them has them. I spent half an hour, or maybe more, just trying to get out of Vivec City. Because I can't jump over the sides. The game is in a small screen, because it doesn't go widescreen.
Yeah.
And I can't just get close to my screen because there's the camera and people would be staring at my forehead, which is no. So I'm trying to see how to get out of this cursed city. eventually I did. I think it. Oh, eventually I know how I did. I jumped. I flew with the spell from that mage fell from the sky. That's how I survived with XT. I would have died there. So yeah, Morrowind. I love the game and I hate it. And I'm going to continue playing the game until it kills me or I complete it. I don't know.
Well, you got equal chance of it doing either, so... Yeah, Morrowind is that special kind, and I'm actually loving chat. Everyone's like, oh, Morrowind, you know, because everyone who's played it just knows what you're going through right now. Like, yup, mm-hmm. I think I said this like back on episode like 1 of Tales of Tamriel, talking about what got me into it, and it was actually Morrowind, and the story of how I royally screwed myself by using the save function. And going into an ancestral tomb, but the ancestral tomb had vampires in it. So I killed the vampires, not knowing that I had contracted the vampire disease, okay? So I've contracted this, and I'm fighting my way out, and I'm like, I can't do it. These things are just too powerful of a level, right? Like, so I am running my bum out of the way, just trying to get away from these guys, right? And I make it to the door. All right, so I make it to the door, and the guy's like right behind me, and I must have auto-saved as soon as I went through the door, thinking, okay, I'll save here. That way, if I die from this guy, I don't have to run that far, right, or lose my spot. Mm-hmm. So I saved into this one room as I'm trying to escape, and of course, he's sitting there, and I could see him, and I run, and there's the entrance to the outside, right? So I'm stuck in this room with this high-level vampire who's going to rip me to shreds. Like, literally, he two-shots me. So I'm getting, like, one hit. I'm chugging every potion I have, trying to get away from this guy. And I make it to the front door. I open the front door. It is high noon outside, and I am a full vampire and didn't realize it. As soon as I went outside, my health just is draining. And I'm like, what? So I died. And then it auto starts me where I left off, in the room with the vampire who's tearing me apart. So what do I have to do? I have to run outside into the sunlight and get fried. That was my first experience with Morrowind.
Morrowind is definitely not forgiving. Like I mean, people watching in chat that actually played Morrowind were going like, "This is painful to watch."
Oh yeah,
because I'm not being able to do anything. I'm not used to it. I was 8 when Morrowind came out. I grew up with the convenient, like the games that give you the
that hold your
quest
hand
markers and stuff like that. The games that hold your hand, and I'm confused all the time, like utterly confused.
Yep. No, it didn't change for any of us back in the day either. That's just what we did, and yeah. Yeah, it's just funny because everyone who actually played Morrowind is just like, yup, been there, done that, we know. Oh, Ark, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, all right. So for me, my Elder Scrolls Tales involves mostly Legends, because guess what? Legend comes out on the tablet and the iPhone now, and I also go to the restroom a lot, so therefore I play a lot of Legends now.
Best restroom game of 2017.
It really is. And I mean, like, I go to town. So if you ever are playing me in a game of Legends, in all likelihood, I am sitting on the toilet.
Oh, gee.
So just be prepared for that, because that is pretty much what's happening.
I mean, I don't mind, because we did sing "Never Gonna Give You Up" and never also involves.
Yeah.
Those times.
Yeah, we've been there. We're good, Ark. I got you. So yeah, that's been what I've been playing a lot of. So I've been trying to build, and obviously I've just started because I played a little on the PC. But honestly, as I said to other people, it's like they're like, well, why haven't you been playing on PC? And it's like, well, why would I play a card game on PC? Because when I'm on my PC, I can actually do other things. I'm editing for DCN. I'm doing stuff like that. Well, yeah, that seems to be more of what I'm doing than anything. Edit for DCN, doing show related stuff. Are those limited time after all of that is done? And I'm not sleeping, I'll play a game that I can't play on my phone. But, I mean, obviously with the phone, I can play, pretty much anywhere I go. Boot it up on my way, wherever I'm going. I mean, obviously some people are like, well, you don't play on your way to work. Well, no, unfortunately, I live in the U.S. and I have to drive myself, so I can't really play when I'm doing that. But I can play while I'm in the restroom, which is what I generally do.
Oh, gee.
Oh, come on. You've heard of my bath tacos already, so this can't be the worst thing I've ever said to you. What? Sometimes I get hungry and I need a bath, so I sit in the bath and I eat a bath taco. What's wrong with this?
I mean, that's efficient.
Yeah, it's effective use of my time. I'll bring my dinner in the bathtub and I'll just sit there and eat the dinner. What's the problem?
From the perspective of a computer scientist or system administrator, that's full on efficiency.
Exactly. You're getting the most out of the effort. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to hear the comments on this podcast. Bath taco. Everyone should try it. I'm just saying, it's relaxing. Anyway, so I've been playing Legends, and I've been trying my best. Ooh, I just got a purple Ring of Stendar. I'm going to mark that link, lock that. Oh, I can't do anything until I, blunder it, so I should actually do that. Yeah, I need to do that. I definitely need to fence it, because I want to keep that, because you don't often get Oh, Mike the Liar, he's my best. I love him. Hi, Mike. How you doing? So let's see what Maik the Liar has to say. So anyone who's listening to the podcast right now, I am facing Maik, and he says, the witches and the witch hunters bicker so much, Maik wonders if they fancy each other.
Filthy liar.
Okay, what else you got? The people of Windhelm are so strange. Wherever Maik went, they spoke of licking corn. Okay.
What?
I'm not... Sure.
What?
Maik,
you don't do that.
Maik does not wish to join a guild. Also, Maik is mostly alone. Maik must ponder this.
Maik should stop lying.
Come back later, we talk some more. Okay, bye-bye. I always talk to him all the time because it's awesome. So I'm trying to build a willpower deck because that's kind of like the strength and willpower, which is the Crusader class. Because, they give you the classes, and I really like those decks. But I've been having some issues getting the cards, because obviously I need good cards to go with it, and the only good card that I kind of have that's a legendary, and it's not even all that great, is the tier card, which you get from just completing the main story.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Also to get the willpower cards, you have to change your profile avatar to a Altmer.
What?
Yeah, Altmers. I think Altmers get you get specific cards based on your profile avatar in Legends.
Oh.
Like Lords get the strength, and I think Argonians get the either endurance or agility or something like that. And willpower comes from Altmers, I believe, mainly.
Well, see, that's going to be a problem for me.
That's why I'm not going strength, willpower, and strength endurance. I mean, I go strength endurance, not willpower. I might be wrong, though. That is what I understood.
No, it makes sense to me. I just don't want to do that. But I really like the Adric Spear ability, because obviously it's a link to ESO, but it destroys a card. Oh, I love that thing. It's a prophecy.
It's also a prophecy, yeah.
Yeah. I load that up, man. I get a lot of those.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, I pretty much max out my deck on those cards just because they're really awesome.
By the way, have you figured out how to challenge a friend or whatnot on mobile?
I have
because
not.
I don't see the option on mobile.
I'm actually going to look at my phone right now and see if I can figure it out. But no, that's always been an issue. I've not been able to figure out how to challenge a friend. I tried, I keep seeing that you could send stuff, but I think
On
Legends.
PC, you see the like friends icon, but it's not. It doesn't exist on mobile for some reason.
I don't know. Yeah, I was looking at it, and I mean, it looks at some point like you're supposed to be able to, but the mobile does some weird stuff with connecting and unconnecting. Like, because it'll say someone's online. I'm like, okay, I send them a message, and it's like they're not online. I'm like, but it says they're online.
Where people are online on mobile, though, I don't see it.
It's on the upper left-hand corner.
Right? Maybe it updated. Upper? What? Which side?
Left-hand corner.
Upper left. Okay,
Yeah, you should see your friends.
I'm going to check it.
Yeah, I mean, that's always where I seen it, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd love to challenge a friend on it, but I didn't know if they even had that feature, at least on mobile. It's weird.
I want to fight you.
Yeah, right? That'd be fun. I'm all for that. And I don't want to get on PC to do it, because like I said, I don't want to do that, because I don't know, like it's always like if I'm on PC, I'd rather do something else, you know? I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be on PC and playing that, because I could be playing something like ESO, you know? I can't play on mobile. So I never really want to do that, so. But that's been
Don't worry, though. You'll be able to play Skyrim short time.
Oh, you mean when it comes on the Switch
okay.
or something?
I see.
Or, you know, when they released Skyrim 3, you know, Skyrim 2017 mobile edition, or however they're going to do that.
Skyrim Pip-Boy edition, Skyrim mobile edition, those are all things that will come.
Yeah, you're right. I just have to wait just a little longer, and then I'll get my Skyrim mobile edition before Elder
Skyrim
Scrolls
calculator.
6. Skyrim calculator. Is that math equation giving you trouble? Well, just Fusro die. There you go. All right. Yeah. All right. So that's kind of been me and Legends, just trying to build up a nice willpower deck. I know there's some sites out there that can help with deck building, but again, I'm still just trying to earn enough coins to be able to do different things and play the game. I do okay. But like I said, it's kind of like when I play Hearthstone, at least at the beginning when I had hardly anything. So it definitely feels that way. Like I don't have anything yet. All my cards are very much basic starter cards, you know. So you definitely feel if you get up against somebody in a competitive mode or something that's been playing for a while and you're still rocking your starter deck, they just rip through you, you know. I've been having issues.
Noob question.
Yeah.
Is it true that the ESO card game thing, you get a mount for ESO?
You do if you do the Dark Brotherhood.
Wait, what? Do we get a mount
the
from
Doom
Legends
mount?
Into...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
I forgot about it. I should do the quest line then.
Yeah, you finish the quest line, you get the Doom mount.
Nice.
The Doom Wolf.
In the card game?
In the card game, you get a code for the Doom Wolf. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You
I might
do
need
the
to play
quest
it just to
in
get that.
Yeah, but you have to buy it in there. But you could buy it with coins too. You just have to play the game enough to earn enough coins to buy it. I think it's like 500 coins, which doesn't actually take you that long.
I mean, I already have like over 500 gold, and I've been opening packs and joining arenas. So yeah, coins come quite fast.
Yeah, I mean, just by doing the daily quests they give you, get like 40 coins a day minimum. So, and then you get.
And I'm just happy they kept everything available with the gold in Legend.
Yeah. I know. Well, the big game Hearthstone, and maybe they changed or like you couldn't get by the expansions with gold. You had to buy those.
Expansions in Hearthstone are actually. No, you can get the expansion cards after.
You can get the expansion cards. You can't get the story, and the story does unlock some cards.
I don't know. I'm not sure about Hearthstone.
Okay.
I played Hearthstone for a very long time, but I was always in class and didn't.
I wasn't really paying attention to either my class or Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, I was in between.
Yeah, just kind of in the middle. Lift your head up if the professor says something is going to be on the test, and then you go right back to Hearthstone. Yeah, I got you. I see where you're at. But yeah, no, it is nice that at least from what I can tell, everything is buyable with coins. Obviously, it takes a while to get coins, but if you're willing just to play it, you can do that. And if you get impatient, you can buy it, which is kind of neat. And I mean, I know a lot of people tend to do that. It's just easier to just buy it at that point. So, why did that not go away? Well, apparently I have to log out. But yeah, all right. So I did that in Legends. So I also played a little bit of ESO. And I was searching for an item called the Vengeful Eye, which was a quest in Hrothgar. And it was really neat because I entered an area called Honor's Rest, which is to the southeast.
I think I haven't done these parts of Hrothgar, so I'm going to take a real quick break.
I'm not gonna spoil any. I'm not actually gonna spoil.
I have to go
anything.
anyway.
Okay.
I'm just making it.
He's gonna go and play
at the same
card.
time.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out how to send me a friend or a game here, and you can just go play the card game. Yeah. Yeah. I'll play you while also, eating a taco in the bathtub. Because that's what I do. Oh my! I need to pull that over. Do I have Twitch? Yeah, I do have Twitch alerts on. I have to do a test at some point. But so I've been doing this, and the thing that I thought was really fascinating about this quest, obviously, is it's full of Reachmen. The Winterborn are there, and you actually get to talk to a guy who you get to see with the open chest wound and the briar heart in there. And
Oh, yes.
I thought that was just really neat because I'm like, oh, that's graphic, and then I'm like, oh, almost as graphic as the episode of Vikings I saw where.
Oh my God, yes.
The Blood Eagle, but did you see the one with
Yes.
King Ayla?
Freaked me out.
Oh, that one was great. It was awesome. Anyway, that's off topic, but still very brutal. And I was like, wow, that is. I was not expecting that in terms of what, I guess ESO has. Now, of course, they're a mature rated game, so they could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know when the game first came out, they were going for more of a teen rating, but they didn't get it. So I don't know if they changed anything. Because, obviously, that was not very teen rated. Because, you have this giant gaping chest wound in this guy. And
I'm sure the fact we run around killing things isn't very teen rated either.
You'd be surprised what you can get away with nowadays. Apparently killing people is fine, but if there's a nipple slip, nope, R. Done. It's backwards. Anyway, so yeah, I did that. I thought it was kind of neat. I highlighted that because obviously I didn't quite get the quest, why the guy was helping you. I know he said why, because whoever possessed the Vengeful Eye, if the Reachborn had it, then, or the Reachmen had it, then they would want to, assault Orsimer, and he didn't want to do that, so he's kind of helping you. But at the same time, he's like, don't tell anyone, because then they'll kill me. But I'm going to go back with the Reachmen, so he's not like he's defecting. He's literally like, so I'm a Reachman. And I'm going to subvert all the actions of my fellow Reachmen, and I'm going to help you get this eye, but I don't want you to give it to us, because I don't want to go to war with the Orsimer, even though I hate the Orsimer. So, it just... I don't know. It felt like... why?
He's undercover.
Well, no, he pretty much said more or less that, if he sees you again, he'll kill you. It's like, well, okay. He's not friendly. I don't know. It felt off. Why would you use this character for this? It doesn't make any sense. Why couldn't it have just been an orc looking for it over the Reachman? Why did it have to be a Reachman? Anyway, whatever. I don't know why they did the story that way, but they did the story that way. I thought it was weird, but, it is what it is. So, following that, I entered Paragon's Remembrance and the headquarters of the Voshrock. And they have a pretty brutal initiation ritual. They capture people and they more or less torture them until they're willing to join. So, all hail Trinimac. That's pretty neat.
That sounds like how I was forced into being a co-host here.
You do also know that one of the things is you're not supposed to tell anyone, right, Ark, about those initiation rituals. So you'll be punished later, but let's get through this show first. Yes. Yeah. So I did that. That was neat. I really liked the Voshrock guys. I mean, they're kind of interesting as a group. They're like devoted Trinimac worshippers, but they're also a cult. So, do what I say or I'm going to stab you in the face kind of people. And I also cleared Old Orsinium, which was also fun.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I did the main quest with the guy there and the orcs that are being ripped apart and put back together. That was really creepy as well. Another one of those. But again, it was Dwemer, so I mean, it makes sense with them because they're just crazy little guys. So I did that quest, and I think that was about it. And I mean, I've been clearing up a ton of crafting stuff. Like what I'm even doing now on the stream is because I log in every day and I do my crafting and I get all that stuff done. But with the crafting, I often get a lot of those, what are they called? The master writs and a lot of the enchanting the surveys. So I've been cleaning those up as well, trying to get all of them cleaned up. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing in game. And before we move on to the news, I got to give a shout out to all of our Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/dungeoncrawlernetwork. If you want to support us, you can help us by subscribing over there for as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com. You get all of our episodes a day early, and it helps us continue to produce the podcast that you enjoy because we have no other sponsors or anything of that. We are completely a listener-funded station, so any little bit there helps out as well. And of course, you can also support us by subscribing to us via Twitch. So that goes a lot for if you're an Amazon Prime guy, you get a free sub. So you can, if you're not using that, use it for us. And it helps us out, and you won't even notice it. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate all those who have donated to us in the past and are continuing to do so through Patreon and Twitch. It really does help us out. Lets us get more equipment, software, pay for hosting, all that fun stuff that we do.
Oh, do I get paid for hosting?
No, you get.
See ya.
Yeah, it's more of web server hosting, but yeah, okay.
Robot, you get sleep deprivation.
You get
that's
how it
you
works.
get paid.
It's true, I did.
She hasn't finished her initiation rituals, everyone, so just keep in mind she's
on the other side of the world. You can't get to me down here.
That is until October.
I mean, I am 7,000 miles away as well, and see how I ended up.
Yeah, it still
Don't
works.
trust the distance.
Space
Don't trust the distance.
doesn't matter to me. I'll still get to you, but yeah, no. But yeah, it definitely does allow us to do some fun stuff for host as well. So thank you so much, guys. We really do appreciate it. It does help. All right, so we got some news to go over. So heading over to the news desk, that would be Arkhaniir Silver Shield. I guess the news desk is just his shield, right? Like he just lays all the papers on top of it.
Well, we don't have much news, but we have some stuff. So the first thing is the release date of Horns of the Reach DLC, which is tomorrow for me and Robot.
Yay.
That is on Monday.
It's August 14th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's this for PC and Mac, but for consoles, it'll be 2 weeks later at 29th of August. So it will go through 2 weeks of testing by us PC gamers before it hits the console.
I like how you said that.
I guess it's a good trade-off. We get the game 2 weeks early, but we end up with all the bugs. So it's a fine trade-off.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And the next news, this was news last week, but since we had to skip a show, some of these stuff are already in the Crown Store, and it's Crown Store Showcase for August.
And they're already in my bank as well. I've gone shopping.
Some of this stuff actually made it into the game, as Robot just said, like formal gown, I think.
Yep,
and
love that. Doesn't die the best, but it's good.
Ashland attire.
Got that? That looks good.
And the skin.
Got
The
that.
grayscale or White Walker skin.
The ebony
Yes, awesome.
epidermis, which, as I said at the
Yes.
beginning of the show, is a limited time offer, and by Monday it'll be gone. So if you're listening to this show as like one of our Patreon supporters who will get it tonight, or if I release it tomorrow, if it is Monday, you're too late.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome.
I don't know.
I don't know if I
it
would
makes me
go
look
with
like a
awesome, but
Awesome.
Also, its eyes are missing textures on game.
it's very purple eyes. Yeah.
Is it purple?
It
looks
is-
like
it
that
is-
generic missing texture purple.
Okay,
Like-
I will swap over to my warden and come and find you, Ag.
Meow's Bark
me.
says skin
I will
equals
show you.
ugly. It's ugly. I mean, I previewed it already on my Nord, and it is gross. And I'll even do it again. Here, I'll just
No,
open
I
up the
will
Crown
find
Store.
My
I'm gonna
warden glory
preview
issue.
this. Look at that. And yeah, you're right. The purple is just a weird, bright purple, and it's gross. It's a gross way to live.
I mean, that purple is what you get if you remove a texture from an object on like Unity or Source Engine or Unreal. That's the purple you get for objects without a texture, missing texture.
What is that, like magenta?
I don't know.
It's like magenta. Bright magenta eyes is what you get when you're wearing that skin.
Awesome.
I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is,
Yeah.
I guess.
So there are some other items that will come on later on August. The Falkreath Thane Hawkwild's High Hall, the Nordic Falkreath Hall that is
Yeah.
that comes with the Horns of the Reach DLC. These are not limited time. The Hawkwild High Hall will cost 3.8 million gold. I don't know how much crowns Falkreath Thane costume will cost though.
Also keep in mind that the High Hold is available. This one is available in game, so you can buy it.
Only? Yeah, it's not crown only.
Yeah, this is not a crown only. You'll be able to buy it in game as well. So
It is very expensive. But 3.8 million gold.
yeah, it's considered a manor.
It's the most expensive, yeah.
I think it's
Then there is a limited item that, limited set that many people will want, and that is the Daedric set of Azura. It will be available from August 24 to August 28.
that's a furniture set, right?
Yes,
Okay.
with the Azura statue and the Crimson, as well as the Star and some other items.
Okay.
Banners like that.
If-
Now,
Group me up,
one,
please, Ag.
Say
one
what?
thing.
What was that, robot?
Group me up, please. I'll come and show you the magnificence of the skin.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Group fight. Go ahead, Art. Continue what you were saying.
The Daedric set of Azura is limited time only. So I don't remember how much the Vivec set cost. Does any of you remember? Or anyone in chat remembers? Just let me know
I think it
because
was a couple of 1,000 crowns.
Yeah, it
Perhaps.
sounds familiar.
Anyway, the thing I want to say is that the Lyncham or whatever manor, the Nibenese manor in Gold Coast, that will be crown only and most likely limited time house. So be considerable when you are spending your crowns on this August crown store item, because that manor will most likely hit the store after August as a limited time only item, and if you want to buy that, it might be a good idea to save your just a little
I am torn.
disclaimer out
I really want that, but I also don't want to spend the obviously going to be $100 to get it. I mean, that's.
I will get it if I have the crowns. Like I have 5,500 crowns now,
It's gonna be.
And,
it's gonna be 10 to 11 or 12K. It's gonna.
Yeah,
be.
but I can renew my ESO Plus because I will use ESO Plus anyway. I will most definitely won't buy Crown. What was it called? Crown thingies.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. Crowns. Well.
Yeah, just crowns. Yeah.
There are so many like crown gems, crown crates, crowns. I got confused. But if I can get it like by renewing my ESO account, and if I have the money at that time, I will most likely do it because I love that house.
I really
And I
love
love
the house
Lebanese.
too. I don't know. I only have 1,100 crowns. That's all I have. And okay, I'm looking at the skin right now because. All right. So also, why are you wearing the active wear?
Because I want to show off my skin. It's the best thing.
Why couldn't you
The
just-
towel's not great.
I
Don't you have the bath towel?
I do, but it doesn't look as good. Let me show you.
I
I
just,
I tried that.
I
Yep, the bath towel, it's too high-waisted.
I don't even know what to say. I just
You love it.
I don't. I don't. Zoss,
Since
what
the
are you
Dwemer
doing?
mount is already 4K. I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I mean that seems to be the new run-of-the-mill cost for mounts, because they always do those quote-unquote special ones as.
Oh, that Dwemer mount will also be Chroma Blue Dwarven Spider will also be limited time from August 31 to September 4. So basically, most of the cool stuff are limited time. So always remember to save up your crowns and check the dates and adjust your crown purchases or ESO Plus purchases based on the limited time on the items.
Yeah.
Because it's frustrating otherwise.
Yeah, I am very torn. I definitely don't want to buy more crowns for that house, but I also love that house, so I hate these limited time houses, and I know it's going to be limited time.
It
Hey.
is, yeah. 99% that house will be limited time. Like the island, and because it is at the island level, like that house is definitely at the island level. It's massive and it's very well made on the outside.
The Telvanni Tower, yeah, that was another one.
Yeah. Telvanni Tower is ugly though.
Well, if you
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
didn't
make
like
it,
that
if
either.
you were role playing a Telvanni wizard, of course you would have
Yeah,
wanted it.
I mean, the Ophelia is a Telvanni, and she made an awesome garden in there. So, like alchemy garden, and if you do that, it actually looks amazing. But it does require you to buy tons of plants, which is costly. So,
yeah,
it needs-
because I guess the plants aren't craftable, right? Like you have to just buy them outright.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, keep that in mind, I guess. I don't really know what else to say other than.
I'll just go over the items that will leave the crown store as well.
Well,
and
you
just so
didn't
everyone knows.
mention the two wolf mounts.
Two wolf man. There's
There's one in a pet, which actually is
yeah.
not a puppy. It's actually a full wolf, apparently.
Right, I missed those. Yeah, Cart Wolf Charger is the wolf mount that comes with a saddle. Finally, I don't remember if the wolves, like the Highland Wolf or whatnot, actually came with a saddle on it to sit down properly.
Oh, actually, hold on.
I think so.
Yeah, it does. Because my red one here, my red wolf has one. Woo.
Okay, I just didn't remember. Anyway, it has like red marks, red three lines. Like they look like claw marks, but they are more like the paints.
Yeah, it's war paint.
It is actually a good-looking wolf, but it'll probably have the problem of the wolves, like all wolves, which they don't look furious. They don't look.
They look cute.
They look. Yeah, they have this dumb look of a husky, which is cute.
I love them.
But these are supposed to be wolves. Like it says, fierce ice wolf, and then you get husky. I don't like that. I want a fierce wolf. I don't want a husky. If I want the husky, I would get the Markart bear dog, which somewhat looks like a husky and a Shiba Inu. I don't know. Then you get the cart wolf shepherd, which is a pet, but it's a grown pet. Like, it's not a small wolf, not a wolf cub. Like, am I right? Is this a proper grown-up wolf?
I think it's actually going to be bigger, like one of the bigger pets, similar to the Black Panther that you used to be able to get.
I hope it is bigger than Black Panther, because Black Panther is small for a panther.
Well, yeah, but it's bigger than, almost anything else.
Yeah, but still. Either way, I'm pretty sure, like, Wicked Wolf is happy about this.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because he's been, like, going crazy for a pet wolf for I don't know how long. I think as long as they announced there would be pets in it. And yeah, that's about. There's like an ugly Morrowind creatures as well, which I.
The hopper is out there. The devil
ash hopper
cricket
and the doa fly or whatever.
Well,
they look like.
doa fly is Dwemer. Like, it's actually made.
I don't
of
care.
gears.
It's ugly. It's ugly.
Agree.
It's probably a Dwemer from the Morrowind area that. Because it's. Yeah. And the items that will leave the Crown Store is Elder Council Tunic Sash, Desert Garden Gala Overdread, Glenmoril Witch Robe, Majestic Dune Rider Ensemble, and then Ancient Elf Motif, Primal Motif, Barbaric Motif, and Daedric Motif. Now, if you want any of these costumes, go ahead and buy so you don't have to wait for free crown crates to get your item like I did for the Nedic Duraki armor on European side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's about it.
That's about it of the news. All right. Well, guys, that leads us up to the sermon, because that is what we're here to do.
Hooray.
The 36 Lessons of Vivec, Sermon 8.
I googled Sermon 8, and I got Romans 8 sermon.
You might want to actually put 36 lessons, because I'm not reading Romans 8.
Yeah,
but
I know, but since it was Roman stuff, and you are into Roman stuff, mentioned, and it has nothing to do with the actual Romans.
No,
like
it's
Caesar and stuff. It's
New
completely random
Testament.
thing.
Yeah, so no, it's not that at all. Anyway, 36 Lessons of Vivec, Sermon 8. And presently Nerevar and Vivec were within sight of the capital, and the four corners of the House of Troubles knew that it was not time to contest them. The caravan musicians made a great song of entrance, and the 11 gates of the morning hold were thrown wide. Iam was accompanied by her husband's state, a flickering image that was channeled to her ever-changing female need. Around her were the Shouts, a guild now forgotten, who carried with them the whims of the people, for the Velothi then were still mostly good at heart. The Shouts were the counselors of Iam and the country, though they sometimes quarreled and needed set to right them into usefulness. Iam approached Nerevar, who by now adorned in the flags of the house in Durrell. He gifted her with the simulacrum of the Nechaman's wife and the egg of Vivec inside. Iam said to Nerevar, Set, who is Azura, has revealed that war is come, and that the Hortator shall deliver us. We'll approach with the solution walking at his side. Nerevar said, I have traveled out of my way to warn you of the deceit of our enemies, the Dwemer. But I have learned much on the journey and have changed my mind. This Nechaman's wife you see at my side is a sword and a symbol, and there is prophecy inside. It tells me that, like it, we must a while be like he is, and as a people cloaked in our former enemies, and to use their machines without shame. At which Vivec spoke aloud, Boethia, who is you, wore the skin of Trinimac to cleanse the faults of the Veloth, my queen, and so it should be again. This is the walking way of the glorious. Set appeared out of cloud of iron vapor, and his minions made of their blood a chair. He sat beside I am and looked on the rebirth of mastery. Vivec said to them, his triune, my rituals and ordeals and all the rhymes within use no other motive than the revelation of my skin. I am said, I am Isete Ivec. We are delivered and made whole. The diamond of the black hands is uncovered. Set said, whoever so treads, there is invisible scripture. To which the shouts were silent in sudden reading. Vivec then reached out from the egg, all of his limbs and features merging with the simulacrum of his mother, gilled and blended in the arts of the star-wounded east, under water and in fire and in metal and in ash, 6 times the wise, and he became the union of male and female, the magic hermaphrodite, the martial axiom, the sex death of language, and unique in all the middle world. He said, let us guide the hands of the Hortator in war and its aftermath, for we go different and in thunder. This is our destiny. The ending of the words is Alm Sylvie. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, but I can't understand these. I can't make the connections.
This is actually the sermon that deals with the birth of Vivec, with him.
That I understand.
Yeah.
Who was I am? I am?
I am is Almalexia.
Okay, so here Vivec says he met, or, well, Almalexia and Nerevarindorel actually met Vivec before he was born.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Well, they knew through prophecy. Again, you have to look at this as this is Vivec telling the story, right? Like,
Yep.
this is him saying what exactly is happening. So is this really happening, or is it just a matter of, him?
No, I think it's full-on propaganda.
Yeah, it's obviously propaganda, because he's trying to bring into the fact that he is and has been ordained since the beginning as a ruling party of the tribunal. So the tribunal has existed before Vivec showing up and him giving his birth. This is him coming to fruition, and the idea behind it was that they knew what he was through prophecy. So they knew that Vivec was come, and that he was to come, and that he was within the simulacrum itself. And Indorel was saying that war is coming, but on the way he changed his mind, knowing that the idea was that they had to be strong because the Northmen are coming. The Nords were actually coming at this point as well. They were on their way over the mountains around this time, very, very soon, and they had to, I guess, how do I want to say it? He knew that he could not go to war with the Dwemer yet. They needed each other because the Nords were on their way. The Nords were coming.
Wait, what were we up doing in Morrowind?
Invading from the north. Well, I guess it's more the... Actually, at this point in time, would it have been the actual Nords, or would it have been the Nordic needs? I'm trying to remember my timeline at this point.
How old Vivec when he grabs when he reaches godhood? When in Morrowind?
This is first era stuff. Yeah, because Nerevar disappears or dies, I guess I should say, around the year 700, which is the War of the Red Mountain, when the Dunmer and the Dwemer finally go to war, right? Okay. So that they go to war after the Northmen are pushed out. And Kamundi in chat's pretty much like, of course the Nords were invading. What else do they do? Well, makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, the Nords were coming, as well as the Dwemer causing issues. The four corners of the House of Troubles were trying to destroy the Dwemer, or not the Dwemer, the Dunmer that are now in Dristane or Morrowind. So
also, I think it would be Nords, because I think needs were in Merethic era rather than first.
Yes, but this story doesn't really give a time frame. We know it's before year 700 First Era, but we don't know how long they ruled or how old they really are, right? Like, were they born in the Merithic? Which the Merithic at this point is the only time frame, well, actually the Dawn Era as well, but that's even less understood. We have the Dawn Era, the Merithic, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. You know, that's kind of where we're at in the known canon of the timeline. Now, obviously, at this point, we're in the 2nd Era, but all these events have happened prior to the year 700, because the year 700 is, well, these books are probably written after that, but he references that in one of the last sermons about the Battle of Red Mountain and the disappearance of the Dwemer. But this could be any time during the Merithic. Ah, something just yelled at me. Oh, Storm's Oak just subscribed. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate that. So we got a new sub. Awesome. Thank you. But so in the year 700, the Battle of Red Mountain happened, where the Dwemer and the Dunmer go to war. Now, this is after the Nords have invaded, and the Dwemer and the Dunmer form a relationship of convenience. However, Nerevar Indorel and Dumak Dwarf King actually form what would be considered a friendship between the two, mutual respect and friendship, which is why some of the ideas of the tribunal that both Indorel and Dumak killed one another is kind of like, from what we know of Indorel's own story, would have been highly unlikely, because they were friends, right? They were actually friends with one another. So that's kind of where we see this whole, I guess, I don't know, issue with that. And you're starting to see the holes in the plot that the tribunal are trying to throw at you. But yeah, this sermon pretty much just deals with the birth of him, and also the idea, the preparation of war, and heralding of the idea that the Nords will soon be coming to invade the lands of the Dunmer. All right. Next week, we will go over sermon, what are we up to, 9? Oh my, we got a lot of weeks still left to go. Woo. Lots of sermons, everyone. Gotta love them. All right, it's time for us to move on to our mailbag, because we got a couple mailbag items. And actually, this one's kind of fun. We have officially gotten our very first, how do I want to say it, fanfic? This is a fan fiction that was written. So I'll go over it. So this is actually not from in-game. This is a fan fiction, but it was really awesome, because I think that means we made it, Ark. Like, when people start writing fan fictions, you know you've done something special, and it's awesome. All right, so this is from Meow's Bark, the one, the only, the awesome, and the subject of this was a newly discovered tome. Erotic fanfic about Arkhaniir. Community, not yet. Maybe that's something you need to write. Just saying. Albeit this is a family-friendly show, so I may have to record it offwards and just afterward. I don't know. Ark, what do you think about that? Erotic fanfic about Arkhaniir? No? All right. I have to come back in.
Yeah, but I can't hear me. Okay,
I can hear you
I knew
now.
something was up. We don't really need a fanfic between you and I.
Well, it did say between you and I. It just said a fanfic about you. And I mean,
I only accept fanfics if it's between you and I.
Okay, no, I fully accept. I will bromance between Ark and I'm fine with that with a fanfic. I will read a bromance between Ark and I on the show. And
Oh my god, I'm so writing that.
The next episode will literally be nothing but fanfics about us, Ark. That's all it's going to be. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. The name of this book. Anyway, so she goes, while dungeon diving in Vardenfell, I stumbled across an unusual tome. It may be one of a kind since there's no record of its existence within the Imperial Library. Feel free to share this with your colleagues. That's Meow's Bark. So, the title of this is Online Temptations, author unknown. It is tempting to share Tamriel with the ones whom hold dearest to our hearts. Be vigilant, my friend, of dangers, both in-game and on the menu bar. Atop Falkreath Hold you shall make your home, with your wife a maid in her broom, satisfy her with a bedroom duel before she has daydreams of a lusty Argonian fool. Be wary of the milk drinker and his thume. He claims lizard people are dinosaurs, daddy, and that's a chicken, not a bantam gar. Plus, the milk drinker's fingers are sticky. He'll claim the red loot, no hesitation, no sneak. How high do you want your bounty? Let us speak frankly about your AD spy. Yes, that adorable photogenic Khajiit has been tasked to corrupt your account with the purchase of dwarven crown crates. A Khajiit on your keyboard, another on your screen. Shuffling cards. Will you test your RNG?
This was really good.
That is
I actually didn't read this beforehand. And it reminds me of the times I used to write like poems and stuff to Tales at the earlier episodes.
That is
This
fantastic.
is really good.
Thank you so much, Meows Bark, for that. That is awesome. I am so happy with that. When I read that, I was rolling on the floor laughing. So that is our first official fanfic over here at Tales of Tamriel. So thank you. Oh, man. All right. Our next email is from Jonathan. So he has some more questions. He goes, hey, guys. And girl again, I thought I'd send another lore email because more lore is never a bad thing.
That's true.
Since ESO is set in the time of the Three Banners War, who do you think will end up winning the war faction-wise? I know you hate AD, but the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking Dominion will end up winning due to being more united than and the other side's having many a reason to have in fighting.
Maybe you shouldn't think more about it.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't, because clearly AD's not going to win. And the AD actually, at this point in time, tend to fall apart, because the Aldmari Dominion is reformed again in the Fourth Era, but it actually falls apart roughly around this time, because if you think about it, the Interregnum goes all the way up to the ascension of Tiber Septim, or at this point, it would be, Tiber Septim, who becomes Halti Earlybeard before he becomes Tiber Septim, before he becomes Talos, who is a Nord. Well, actually, some people say he might have been a Breton, but I've heard that, and then I also go, no, that can't be right. He just came from that.
Wait, who? They say who is Brit?
That they have the audacity to say that Tiber Septim is Breton.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
know. The fools.
Either Nord or perhaps an Imperial. I am not sure. Most likely a Nord. But
He's a Nord. Yeah, it was that Halti Earlybeard is a Nord. He actually comes from the North. He's actually a general under a Nordic legion that was all full of Nord mercenaries, and was actually ends up taking over. So.
Or one of those Cyronor, like around the Falkreath region of Cyrodiil, that Cyronor start up, stuff like that.
Well, actually, you hear about Halti Earlybeard. He stays at an inn in the Reach. Actually, you actually find his ghost in an inn in the Reach. In Skyrim.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So that's kind of showing that story. So if you really think about it, at that point in time, it would have been the Nords that won, because clearly, they're the ones who finally finishes the war at the end of the Interregnum. But with the thing that actually holds the Aldmari Dominion together are the Altmer. The Altmer are the only ones really holding it together. The Khajiit are essentially lied to, brought into all of this, and the Bosmer, it's one of those things where it's like, well, you're an elf, we're an elf, it is what it is. Obviously, there's a lot of infighting between the Ebonheart Pact with the Nords, who kind of just fight with everybody. And then the Dunmer, who had enslaved the Argonians for generations. But you also got to remember that the Dunmer were the only group of people strong enough to withstand Tiber Septim when he starts his imperial conquest. And they are essentially left as a completely autonomous body within the Empire. While they are quote-unquote part of the Empire, they are also not part of the Empire. You know, they're kind of their own accord. So if you think about it, I'm of the notion that if it came down to blows, that the tribunal would have been able, especially at this point in time, they're at their strongest. They're the strongest they've ever been. So, you know, they've got essentially the powers of a god to, you know, withstand anything that's out there.
Yeah. I mean, we actually discussed this during the lore quiz lecture that I mentioned in previous episode. In all, Ebonheart Pact has one of the best fighters and mages. Like, at this point, leaving the tribunalist side, Nords are pretty much the hardiest fighters in Tamriel. Because they love fighting. Yeah. Give them meat and send them on the battlefield, and they'll kill stuff. And
they have a history of conquest, of invading. They've done that since they've come from Out Mora. You know, that's kind of been what they do. And actually, even chat even mentioned, which was funny. It's like, of course the Nords were invading. What else would they do? You know, it makes sense.
I mean, Nords don't fight out of like loyalty, or they fight because they love it. Like, it's a game for them. So even a Nord that doesn't want to be a part of the Ebonheart Pact, or don't care about the Empire or whatnot, he can go to war just because of the glory, because he wants to get into Sovngarde. And the way to get into Sovngarde is through getting an honorable death, or at least living a life of, you know, honor and glory. Like, you don't have to be a good person to get into Sovngarde. You have to have a glorious life. That's how you get into Sovngarde. So Nords fight, like, regardless of the reason, Nords fight. Then we have Dunmer, one of the best mages in Tamriel, at least in destruction magic, because I always thought Dunmers as the destruction experts, while the Bretons are more like scholar, alteration, illusion type people.
It's the master of all versus one, you know, like, they are jack of all trades, I guess I should say, because they are really good with magic, but it's all magic, whereas Dunmer are like fire. Yeah, that's it. We're done.
I mean, then there's Telvanni. I mean, I know they don't participate in the Pact and the Three Hearts War, Three Banners War. But the thing is, if Aldmeri Dominion started winning the war, let's say, and started threatening to invade Morrowind, Telvanni would probably go, nope, okay, stop right. Not going to happen. Because Telvanni wouldn't, at least in my opinion, allow another magically potent and as arrogant race be in power in Morrowind, or generally in Empire. Then, of course, I'm not going to get in the tribunal again, but on the side of Daggerfall Covenant, we have Redguards, which are obviously, again, very good fighters. Not all of them, but the ones that dedicate their life to martial arts and sword fighting and whatnot. They are very good fighters, but not all of them is into fighting as much as Nord. I mean, they have their politics, they have their tradition don't involve fighting as much as Nords do. At least that's how I know it. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They have a high martial readiness. That they do encourage it, but fighting itself, I mean, even the idea of the Shahai and the Spirit Sword was actually more of a religious experience than a martial one. Yes, it was often used as that, but for them it was more of discipline for the sake of it versus, you know, actually using it for fighting. But yeah.
Then there's orcs, which are, again,
orcs are.
great fighters, but they are not as organized. They have a lot of internal clan wars. Like,
Yeah.
they are very busy trying to figure out whose clan is the more honorable and things like that.
They'll fight their own clans before they fight anyone else. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there are Bretons, which are, they are good politicians. They are good politicians. They are good mages. But on actual field of battle, they are not as effective as some of the other races.
And Meowsbark says Redguards won't kill zombies. Huge Achilles heel. Yeah, it's actually really funny. You go in there on one of the very first quests in Alakir Desert, and you have all these Redguards, like these big hardy warriors standing there with their thumbs in their pockets, going, "Yeah, they're undead. We won't attack those. So can you do it? Because we can't. So."
Then there is the one powerhouse that I've been setting aside, the Tribunal. Now, Sodasil wouldn't even care, most likely, because he is off somewhere doing something sciencey. But there is Vivec and there is Almalexia. Both care a lot about their people. And while they probably wouldn't get involved in the battle directly, if their people, like if Vavardenfell or Deshan were threatened and their people's lives were threatened, they would probably take active action in the battle. And Vivek holds a moonlet over the city, and he probably could like move it a bit and drop it on an army as well. Like, so yeah, I mean, if Tribunal gets involved, the chances of Ebonheart Pact go up very, very. So yeah, I think Ebonheart Pact would win.
Clearly, we're the best. Just saying. And this coming from a guy who actually likes the Daggerfall Covenant. So I mean,
leader-wise, if the leaders, like if the powers were all equal, I actually think Daggerfall would take the throne, just because High King Emeric feels the most potent as a leader. I mean, Queen Iran is naive. The very brief quest I did in Aldmeri Dominion side suggested that Queen Iran is naive and she thinks she can. Oh, I can unite Tamriel. Well, you can't. We hate your gut. Like, regardless of what you do, I'm going to stab you in the first chance.
Yeah.
There is no way you can unite me. I'm going to stab you.
I'm going to stab you. That's how it goes.
She doesn't know that. She acts like there isn't that hate going on between the races. At least that's my brief experience with Queen Iran. Then there's Skald King, who doesn't really want to be a king. Dude just ended up being a king, and he's just rolling ahead with it.
He does what he can.
Yeah, and then there is High King Emeric, who is actually a politician, actually a tactician, actually is on the field of battle with his shining Lion Guard armor and whatnot. So my money is on the High King Emeric if it came to the leaders.
Nah, he's old. Just saying. All right.
He's wise.
Yeah, that doesn't matter with the sword in your head. Let's go ahead and move on because we need to wrap this show up here.
I like to have some breakfast.
Yeah, I talk a lot.
All right, with the recent expansion, no spoilers since Ag hasn't played it yet, were you guys disappointed with the whole Naru Morag Tong was a side quest? You know, I was, and that it didn't make the limelight of the DLC.
Yes.
Since it would have been interesting to see the inner workings of the Morag Tong like we've seen in the previous DLC like Thieves Guild or Dark Brotherhood. The question is, would you guys like to see a DLC solely dedicated to the Morag Tong or perhaps another faction in the future like the Companions, for example?
Yes.
Yes to all the questions.
Exactly.
Pretty much,
I'm
yes.
pretty sure we will see Morag Tong as a DLC. I mean,
I
think
hope so. That'd be awesome.
I think the main reason they didn't just go in depth with the Morag Tong storyline is to be able to release it again in the future as a DLC.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll
not
ever
run
go
out of
that far, but yeah.
Why not? It's content. I mean, they'll run out of content pretty quickly at this rate. Like, they're releasing 3
Yeah,
DLC a year.
I think you'd be surprised how much there actually still is left to do without touching Morag Tong. So
I know, but Moraktan, like, Naryuvirian is a good selling point because people love Nari. We love Nari.
I think she will continue to make a presence in other things. Like she will, just like the other heroes, you'll start to see them. You'll see her make more appearances throughout the game, but I don't foresee her actually getting a DLC to herself.
Alright. That also.
Right. Last question. Purely speculating, what class do you think Zos will release next, or would you like them to? What would you like them to do next? With doing a little roleplay on my characters, I definitely prefer a darker themed class like a Necromancer. P.S. Shout out to my girlfriend for being with me for 4 years this week. That was as of last week. So congratulations. Who got me a Vivec pop vinyl as a gift. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations on your 4 years together. And the fact that she got you a pop vinyl of Vivec means she's pretty cool, so you better wife that. Just saying. Yeah.
I just made a double thumbs up, but I forgot I'm not on camera.
Yes.
There you go.
For me, what do you guys I don't know if I would want them to do another class. I tend to like skill lines being added over classes. And I know some people would like Necromancer. I think Necromancer is probably a natural class coming in here. But I don't see any other skill lines that would really fit to a class. Because, I mean, technically, like, you know, if you look at the old, like, Oblivion with their class structure, we kind of can make tons of those already with the classes we have, you know. Warden was one of those where, like, I guess they added it. Necromancer I could see, but I honestly don't see anything else. I'd like to see them add more weapon types, in all honesty. I would like to see spears being added to the game. Well, I mean in combat, but yes, jewelry crafting as well. Yeah. Spears being added. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Crossbows as an actual skill would be kind of neat. But yeah, those kinds of things. Like, I think those would be more applicable than a full class. Thoughts, guys?
I'm not sure, actually. I mean, I'd love a new class just because, but from an MMORPG aspect, I'm not sure, because I don't know.
I'm kind of the opposite. I don't like extra classes. I like, less classes and more skill lines that I can get on the character that I'm actually going to play. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to play, like, I have a warden, but I play one character, and that's pretty much all I play ever. So if I can get a skill line on my character, absolutely. But herein lies another issue with the idea of skill lines, is if they tie it to a DLC, which I don't think they ever would at that point, other than a passive, because I think they've said that in the past, where they didn't want to add a skill line that was locked behind a DLC, because then it's I didn't buy a DLC and all of a sudden you're more powerful than me.
Pay to win.
Huh? Yeah, pay to win. Yeah, there you go. Because skill lines are locked behind DLC. But I mean, eventually you have wardens who are locked. They kind of already crossed that path with the fact that wardens were not added to the base game. They were added with Morrowind. So, like, if you don't have Morrowind, you don't play warden. So I think they've now crossed that threshold where it's okay to have a skill line behind DLCs that are active. I guess I shouldn't say DLC. It would have to be an expansion, because DLCs you get via the ESO Plus. So it's like you can't have a skill line unlocked with ESO Plus and then, unsub and still, like, do you lose those skills? It would have to be with chapters or expansions going forward. Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, final email. Hello, Tales of Tamriel crew. I don't really have a question for you, but after listening to episode 150, I got to thinking. I've been listening to this podcast since episode 1, and I don't think I've ever emailed or ever mailed in. Seems almost sacrilege, kind of like how Aggelos hates Oblivion. No, that's not sacrilege, that's just right. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for your 150 episodes and counting, and to congratulate you on having an amazing DCN community you have built up. I feel blessed to be a part of it. Good day, sir, and ma'am, if applicable. And that is Scooter. P.S. Ark may... Oh, this is the best part. P.S. Ark may be a great tank, but that Sexplar Ag looks damn sexy doing it.
Look, first you make me happy with the sacrilege comment about Aggelos hating Oblivion, then you throw in this. What do you want, Scooter?
Yeah, I hear you. No, it's fine. But yeah, that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of reaches the end of this episode, and we have been going for over 2 hours. Well, almost 2 hours. So, how do we do it, Ark?
Good.
And Blood-Eye at this point, because she's in this. I mean, that's what we do.
I think we did good.
I mean, we had 2 bits of news.
I didn't lose my voice.
We had 2 bits of news that
true.
took 2 minutes to actually go over because there was really nothing in it. So.
I was sad that you didn't appreciate the magnificence of my purple skin.
I
was
can't do it. I think you look like a wrinkled raisin.
Purple. I'm a
green
grape, a purple grape raisin.
Yeah, purple grape raisin. Yeah, obviously. So yeah, no, I don't I don't think it's at all interesting. And I was looking at it going, should I buy it? And then I went, no, because I only have 1,100 crowns, so I need 100 more, and I refuse to buy anymore. So because I've already spent enough money, and I have enough credit card debt to really don't want to pick up any more. Especially considering I'm trying to update our studio, which obviously everyone who helps us out over at patreon.com/dungeoncrawlnetwork helps out with that, because we're looking at upgrading this studio for better sound quality. So obviously that's what we're working on, getting a new soundboard in here, as well as some other fun things for the website, which will be coming up in the future. So keep that in mind. All right, guys. Any final thoughts before we end the show here? Ark, why don't you go ahead and go first?
My tank is better.
No,
That's one.
I did say have final thoughts. I didn't say it had to be a right thought. So you are correct there, sir. I guess. And where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere that is called Arkhaniir. That is ARKHANIIR. That is on twitter.com/Arkhaniir, twitch.tv/Arkhaniir, in which I am streaming more regularly, and that's from all the Morrowind tales.
And
came
streaming Morrowind.
From. Oh yeah. Painful. Like if you wanna tag along on the painful journey, you can. I have a YouTube channel that I rarely use. That is youtube.com/ArkhaniirTV. And I have a website that I show off my work that I do as an in-the-game developer. That is Arkhaniir.com. That's about it.
Cool.
I was looking at your YouTube the other day, Ark, and there was that clip you did of us doing drinking and fishing.
Oh,
With the Never Gonna Give You Up song? Yeah.
Yes.
I love that
That's awesome.
one. That's fantastic.
It was good. The memories.
Shout out to Quest Gaming Network, who has just showed up in the chat, and show is over. Sad of Arwen. Sorry, man. You missed my 36 lessons of Vivec, as well as our first fanfic. You'll have to listen to the show, buddy. Oh, man. So, yeah, definitely check them out as well. That's Avarwin over at questgamingnetwork.com. Good friends of ours over here at DCN. Awesome guys and girls. They are amazing, and definitely check out their shows. Everything they do, they're amazing. And I listen to them all the time. So if you want to know some shows that I listen to, it's them. There you go. So fantastic people. Check them out if you have not already. All right, Blood-Eye. What about you? What do you got for us? Nope. No. Quiet. Not gonna say anything. All right. I see how it is.
Probably.
No, we're here again.
Welcome back.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yes, you can find me in-game at Blood-Eye or in Discord at Robot Dancer.
Excellent. Awesome. And of course, you can find me in game at Aggelos, Aggelos, as well as on Twitter at Aggelos_WOF, because that is the Twitter name that I picked up a long time ago, and that's what I still use. I may change it in the future. I don't know. We'll see. It's crazy. Find everything we do, DungeonCrawlerNetwork.com. Of course, you can support us over at Patreon.com/DungeonCrawlerNetwork, as well as subscribing to us here on Twitch.tv/DungeonCrawlerNetwork. Are you starting to see a theme? Because that's where you can find us. Facebook, you know it. You got it. YouTube.com/DungeonCrawlerNetwork. I mean, really, I need to figure out an easier way of saying this. I'm just gonna put it all together, YouTube, Facebook,
Here's what you can do.
Twitch, Patreon /Dungeon Crawler Network. Just throw them all together and it's all done. It's all done. So there you go. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate you coming out for this episode. We will be back next week with another exciting episode of Tales of Tamriel. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye.
When Akatosh slew Lorcan, he ripped his heart right out. He hurled it across Tamriel, and the heart was heard to shout, red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. The laughing heart sprayed blood afar, a gout on Seer it fell, and like a dart shot to its mark down in an alien well. Magicka fused the Lorcan blood to crystal red and strong. Then wild elves cut and polished it down to Chimel at a ball. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. When elves lost Nirn to men, Akatosh gave the stone to Saint Alesh in token of her right to sit the throne. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. Red diamond, protect us till the end.